guys, this is Mrs. Flashback here for our week-long video. It doesn't take a week to watch it. It just takes you about 10 minutes. But it takes us a week to do it. So.
No, sometimes more than 10. Sometimes 20, 25. Depends how much chit-chatting we do. If you are new, this is Linda. I am Cameron. We're going to go over what's on our online store. By week, we mean Monday through Thursday. We're going to show you those 4 days of sales. We sell stuff on platforms like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and Depop. And we buy these items at thrift stores, estate sales, and garage sales. Linda will go over the numbers and we'll show you the items. We did have some stuff sell yesterday. We didn't do a video. It was a really rough day to start it off. Not a whole lot, but we'll at least talk a little bit about it, and then we'll show you today's sales. So
yesterday we had 7 sales on our main platform, eBay, that came in at just over $165.
Which is weak for us.
Weak.
We try to get 400.
So that gives you an idea. We did... I could pull them up, but we had some 5-pack of little characters for the LGB train. We had...
What else did we sell yesterday? A Keurig K35 little water reservoir, so for like 18. It was a lot of smaller stuff.
We had
a GameCube controller for 30. 2-pack of...
No,
that one. We sold a GameCube controller for $30. We'll probably have to pull it up because we have no let's see idea how our memories are. We also sold...
a wrench.
A wrench?
Honda Civic manual.
I remember that.
Oster Cup processor replacement slicer.
A little circular blade for a food processor.
And those Panasonic belt clips that we sold one time. And
they were returned to the person about the wrong one. The little belt clips so you can hook the little cord wireless phone to your phone. So not a whole lot. We got to that much, which was good, that we were happy for. But today was much better. How did we do today?
Today we did 18 sales on our main platform, eBay, for $5.55.
Awesome to come back with a nice sale. We almost probably caught up to our goal. We got a little bit short, but we're happy with it.
And we have about 30 minutes left, and I have an offer right now on Mercari. Person wants to buy a pair of shoes for $115. So that would literally help us and make up for yesterday completely if we got that $115 in there. So.
That'd be awesome. But let's show you today. It's a very wide mix of stuff.
Literally.
So to start off.
First up, Gypsy, a memoir by Gypsy Rose Lee. Not Gypsy Rose, the serial killer. Gypsy Rose, the...
Or is it?
I think she's a dancer.
Looks like she is.
Some kind of... Or she was on a show or something. I don't know what she is.
I have no idea.
Maybe she's an actress. I don't know. But either way, her book sold for $15 and some change. Got that out of the offer buy.
Yes.
Then we have a lot of 13 large print, fiction, vintage, crime, mystery, and suspense books. People like that large print stuff. There's a mix of hardcover and... Oh no, they lucked out. They got all hardcover books.
These are former library ones from our local library.
Our library's used bookstore. We go in there every now and then and we pick through all of their stuff that maybe has been on the shelf for too long, or it gets donated and then the proceeds go to benefit the library so it stays open, which is so good. And we pay anywhere from
$1 or less on these.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get like 10% off, sometimes only 75.
And then we also have they have a Friends of the Library club that you join and you pay for it either by the month or we pay for it by the year, and then you get a 15% discount every time you buy. Plus you get more discounts on certain days of the month.
Yeah. So we should just lot them up by kind of genre, not by author, because usually they don't have one author you could buy. We sold 4 or 5 of these lots. They don't sell super crazy. They do ship media mail. 13, so we're probably in them for less, probably $10 or so based on what we paid, and they sold for?
They sold for $48 shipped.
Probably cost around $16 to ship a media mail, something like that. Don't make a ton, but if you're at a garage sale and they have a bunch of large print hardcover books, similar genre, you get them for 50 cents or less, might be worth your time. Make a lot, someone will buy them. Yep.
Then we have this vintage Bugs Bunny Warner Bro bandana, or handkerchief. It's a green with a checkered pattern, and it's got Elmer Fudd.
That's all, folks.
And a bunch of carrots on there. It's a lot. It's very bright colors, and it still held all those bright colors, even being older like it is. And it sold for $13 and some change.
I got a bunch of different handkerchiefs, a lot of Disney ones, and a bunch of these, not a bunch, but like a few of those Bugs Bunny ones. And they pay $10 for all of them. So as we sell them, it'll be good money.
Next up, this thing we sold a while ago, and then it came back because it was no address could be found, but I messaged the guy and the guy never messaged back, so we just relisted it. It is a Hamilton Beach Flex Brew individual coffee ground holder, sold for $13 shipped. Then we got this stained glass style lampshade. It's a 5-inch tall marbled purple and some light purples in there. It's really pretty. I'm sure once it gets on a lamp, it's gonna look really good. And that sold for $36 shipped.
I got a couple of these, like 2 or 3 of them for $5. Apparently, the people do like old lampshades. There is a market there.
Yes,
I do not know which ones are valuable. I just grabbed these ones because they were small enough to ship.
Yeah, that's the nice part. Next up, we got an OTC number 7094. It's a choke angle gauge from our $1,200 tool buy. Sold for $25 shipped, going eBay International.
Almost threw this out because I had no idea what it was, but just looked up the number and it sold. We have another one I listed too, so that was pretty cool.
Then we got a pair of Under Armour Sling Flex Rise Elemental Anthracite Gray Knit running shoes. Sold for $28 shipped.
Under Armour shoes do not sell the best for us. Obviously not nearly as well as Nike or Adidas for us.
Then we have this pack of Kenwood CDM 600 compact discs. Sold for $14. It's just the cartridge.
Changer, yeah, it's a disc changer. It's like you put 6 discs and you put this in your system or whatever, and then you can have disc 1 will be a certain disc and all that.
Makes sense now. And
if you remember, I bought a whole box of these one time. We were selling them in lots of 5 or 6 of them. I don't remember for that. We were selling them for like $30 or whatever it was. I don't know, $40 for a lot of 5. I made a lot of money off that day years ago.
Then every year Grammy will empty out some of her stuff and give it to us, and then we sell it for her, and then we use that money to pay for her ice cream treats when we go up to camp. She actually has quite the surplus of money ready for ice cream treats for the next few years, but she still gives us stuff. She went through her vintage Christmas items this year to downsize because she likes only specific items now.
Almost broke them.
Specifically gnomes.
Didn't.
So these don't really fit the pattern. They are a vintage Christmas classic Romanian
very nice looking.
Hand decorated glass ornaments.
Romanian, yeah.
They have the ones where it's got the concave in it that has it adds a little bit of a 3D effect to it. And that 2-pack sold for $45 shipped.
Very cool.
Sorry, $41 shipped.
And this is now after Christmas, obviously, and those sold within a couple days, maybe a week at tops.
So crazy.
So we have other ones here that are different, older ones, but not very crazy. She also had this one she gave us too.
Oh, she also has these cool Snapple lights. They're string lights, and each light is a bottle of different flavored Snapple. They're so cute.
But not worth nearly as much as these Romanian ones.
Yeah, but they're so cool.
So yeah, but always cool if people know what you do. You can make some money if they want to give you their old stuff.
Then the doors, not the ones you walk through, the people that sing. VHS slot. We got Live in Europe, The Soft Parade, and Dance on Fire. Sold for $18 shipped. Then we have a athletic half zip fleece jacket by the San Francisco 49ers. It's the Pro Line one. Sold for $30 shipped on an offer. We've had that thing forever. Then dollhouse stuff. We have a set of miniature bales of straw or hay. They're the 1/12 scale. A lot, 12 of them. Sold for $25 and some change.
Almost threw those out too. It's like no one's gonna want this. And I looked it up and I'm like, people do want this.
People like this.
I think that would also do well at like a little Halloween Department 56 style decorative thing because they have like you could also use that for that if you wanted. So
agreed. Then Supertramp, the band.
They're a band.
Breakfast in America and Famous Last Words on cassette, sold for $15 and some change, going eBay International. Then we have a Coach Money Clip. It's the New York black leather one, sold for $27 shipped.
Not in the greatest shape, so leather on the back.
Oh, it's blue. Okay. I was trying to figure out why it's blue. Then Ben Presto, My Hero Academia, The Evil Villains. This is volume 3. This is Himiko. She has all her different pieces. I guess you can change out like certain facial expressions or her body parts or whatever.
Yeah. Well, she was really $30.
That sold for $19 shipped.
On a whole.
Then we got a J.A. Henkel chef knife, sold for $27 shipped.
These do really well if you can find like a whole set of them as well. Not as good as Cutco, but still pretty good.
Henkels. Next up, Noah's stuff. We're still getting rid of it. This is a Fortnite Legendary Series Inverted Skull Trooper figurine, sold for $35 shipped. Then, this is a cool one. This is a vintage 1978 Tonka truck. It's the Jeep Renegade. It's a vehicle. It's metal and plastic. And that one did sell for $63 shipped.
I paid $15 for this. I don't remember the guard, so I've had this one for a minute.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
The thing on Mercari go through? No. There he goes. Okay, so that's a good day. We'll be back in a second with what sells on Wednesday. Want to say bye, Tori?
Bye, Tori.
Say bye. See you guys. Back with sales for Wednesday. How did we do?
Good, Cameron. Thank you for asking. Today we came in at 8 sales on our main platform, eBay, for just over $410.
Very nice. We did have to cancel a sale yesterday. The knife we sold, the lady turned out she didn't
Hankel.
want a knife.
She wanted a serrated.
But she wasn't sure how she bought the one that she bought.
Because she wasn't shopping for knives.
So she might be, if that was your mom or your grandma, you should get her some help.
Yeah.
She seemed a little confused about the whole process. How we made her buy that.
Yeah, we're not sure.
Anyways, that was canceled. Let's get into today's sales though. There is some good stuff.
First up, we have The Art of Living by Wilfred A. Peterson, Simon & Schuster. It's the 6th printing from 1961. Comes in a fancy box. Sold for $12 and some change.
Yes.
Then we have this pair of Fool. You guys saw the Fool things that went to Alaska. That lady said, I didn't mean to buy these even though I made you guys
She opened a return.
Work.
I don't even know if they're delivered yet.
They haven't even been delivered to Alaska, and we're waiting on a return. So her, return time frame might end before they even get there. So she may end up still paying $124 for something she says she didn't want.
Yeah.
But these are the Thule Arrow Blade bars. They go up on top for the roof rack bars. You hook them into place, and then they hold on to certain pieces. And you have the whole Thule set that each piece connects to each piece. And these ones sold for $120 shipped. Yeah,
probably cost around $20 to ship.
Luckily, we went to Cali, so
nice.
saves
I
us.
paid $20 or $30 for all of it, and Lynn already mentioned other pieces that sold for $100 and some, so it was a good deal. Yep. Next,
then we have this Kodak Easy Share 5-megapixel digital camera, sold for $30 shipped.
This is one of the good ones because it takes AA batteries, but just a reminder, make sure you put in batteries that have a charge. If you put them in with a very weak charge or very low, this still won't work. They had a little charge on my little charger thing, but not enough to start this guy up. No. So he needed a nice full batteries, and he worked.
Then from Savers, we picked up Road Rush Jailbreak for PS1, sold for $15 shipped. Then we have a KitchenAid 7-cup work bowl, sold for $30 shipped.
Very nice.
Next up, Cameron picked up those Windross ones. We told you, look out for Windross. It's a cool name, and it's a cool truck company. Not the big trucks, the baby trucks, the toy trucks. This is the rare Typo truck.
Which I will show you. I found it.
It's supposed to be air gas, a Windross
it is air
cryogenic tanker.
You'll see here, hopefully, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I don't know how we get to focus, but there's a word refrigerated right there. Well, it's refrigerated. So it's supposed to, the E is where the A should be.
So that special typo, as you guys know, a lot of typo pieces people like. They like to collect those typos, and that typo ended up costing $140 shipped.
So for that buy, we spent about $500 and something on these trucks.
Trucks, guys.
We sold one for $73 and one for $130, 40 or whatever. So we're at $200 in sales. And I listed one yesterday that is even more valuable than this one. So those are the gems that I found. There's a lot of $25, $30, $40 ones. So definitely happy with what we found in there. There's some good stuff. We'll have a lot to show you. So
quite. Then we got a replacement turntable for the Sunbeam Mixmaster, so for $16 and some change.
So a lot of these different ones, different colors, different styles. They have sold.
Last but not least, you guys saw us sell this yesterday. It's a choke angle gauge out of the $1,200 tool buy. This is just a different one with a different style to it. Sold for $25 shipped.
That is all we have. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back in a second with what sells on Thursday. Back with sales for Thursday. How did we do?
Oh, sorry if I look a little different. Our ring light died, and Cameron doesn't want me to get a new one, so.
I did say she get a new one.
So if you can see all the dark circles under my eyes, that's why. I look disgusting. We had 13 sales across two platforms for just around $5.85.
Pretty good day. Let's get into it. First off on
Mercury. This is an adorable little piece I picked up at Savers. It is a Santa sleigh with his 6 reindeer out of the 8 reindeer. Pulling the sleigh. It's super cute. It is a fold-up piece. It is all wooden. I don't know if it's just like a piece you bought at like Michael's or something. And then
decoration purpose only, not a toy, but no maker's mark or anything.
Yeah, so I was like, I just thought it was something that maybe somebody would buy because it's a little unique. I actually saw the other day when, I can't remember where I was looking for like Halloween stuff, and there was one that was a folding one of Halloween. I was like, oh, so this is something, maybe it's sold once upon a time. But that sold for $19 plus buyer paid shipping.
Do you remember what you paid for it?
Like $3 or $4.
Okay, there we go. Now on to eBay.
Girl on DVD, sold for $12.
Started off with
yes, very nice.
And this is the hottest horror flick of the year. So that's interesting.
And you never forget your first time.
Anyways.
Then we got a SSUSA Dudley. This is the hot W.
SSUSA, like it's a boat.
It's the Lightning Legend 27 ounce softball bat, 34 inches. And that one sold for $107 shipped.
I believe that one was $5. I bought 3 bats for $35. We sold one already. We have one left, maybe.
Nice.
So it's a good deal.
Then Cameron purchased a billion.
I want to say 50.
Of the Fancy Edge books. What are these called?
Well, they're called sometimes they come like bookshelf books, or like the decorative ones. But these are actually the Easton Press 100 Greatest Books series. You can kind of see that gold gilded, I think is what it is. Edged.
Yeah, we have so much. We
we have 50 of them.
Jekyll and Hyde, Paradise Lost, Analects of Confucius, Tale of Two Cities, Odyssey of Homer, Of Mice and Men, Midsummer Night's Dream,
Huckleberry Finn,
Sound and the Fury. There is literally like everything you can think of is over here.
Pride and Prejudice. These are 100 Greatest Books. So these are some of the most famous books.
Do we have 100?
No, we do not. If we could, the whole set is worth, I think, around $3,000 or $4,000. If you have the whole 100 book set, it's something like that. However, I do not have the whole set, and I wasn't going to list them all as ones to ship, and that would be a huge, heavy box.
39. No, because you just put down like 3 of those.
5 more, and I already listed 5 or 6.
So you're so close.
What?
No, there's not. There's 100 in the set. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day.
I already checked how many if I had enough to see if I had the complete set, but there's 100 and I have 50. So anyways, that is a big buy. It was Linda and I were out on a doctor's appointment, and we were eating dinner, and we were waiting for our food or whatever in line, and I checked my phone, and I saw this randomly on Facebook. Messaged the guy or the lady. She said, hey, if you want it, I'll set it to pending. Pick it up tomorrow from 10 to 4. And then she said actually 12 to 4 because we're running out of time. They're moving, and they just wanted to get rid of it. So I went there, spent $50, got all these books, and they threw in a bunch of Disney stuff. A Disney set of bookends, a Mickey ones that go for about $40, $45, and a Disney Tiki mug that goes for like $45, and then a couple other mugs that might be worth something, I'm not sure. So all that was thrown in, $50 for all this, and our first sale, I've only started listing them this week.
The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, the Easton Press Leather Edition, Collector's Edition. There it is in this black and gold. Sold for $50 shipped.
Now, not all of them are worth 50. Some are worth more than 50. A lot of them will go for 30, 25, or 30, the less common ones. A lot will go 40 or 50. There'll be some as high as 70, and there's a few that should be maybe over 100, but not many. So it's going to be a great buy. Very happy. Yeah, super, super blessed by that.
Next up, we have a sealed QC, letter QC, 8 B-channel H.264 digital video recorder, sold for $90 shipped in the box.
Paid $25 for this, and it came with 2 sets of speakers, which are speakers with cameras. We're selling separately. Those should also go for around $90 each. So it was a great deal.
Then we have this vintage 1988 Fisher-Price electronic math starter. Number 6602. It's tested. It works.
Almost,
yeah, just kind of like almost like the laptop version where it sits up and you can see it. You don't have to have it leaned down. And that one sold for $25 and some change.
Not a whole lot, but it's pretty cool.
Then we got one of our vintage Salvation Army bonnets sold from the 1950s for $45 shipped. Got the set of those off of Salvation Army online auctions. Then, one of our Windrush trucks sold, guys. The Burger King reefer truck. Not the kind you're thinking. And there you go. That one sold for $65.
This is one of the better ones that we have, too. So
nice. Then we got a remote from Camp 2024. Apex Digital TV tuner. Sold for $8 and some change. Then we got a set of our kids' meal toys, the vintage Jack in the Box Life with Louie. A lot of 4 toys. This one's just under $41 shipped.
This was a good one. The Life with Louie ones were pretty hard to find. So also Jack in the Box toy series, Carl's Jr. are a little bit harder to find than McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. So less people had access to those. They're a little bit more valuable. So that's good.
Then we got a 1998 NASB Ultra Thin Reference Bible with the red letters, sold for $42.50 shipped.
I got 10 of these for 10 cents a piece, so I still have more to go. That was a very good deal.
Then last but not least, we got this 1999 Acura 3.2 TL ETM from $700 manual buy, sold for $22.50 shipped.
That is all we have, guys. We appreciate you guys watching. We'll be back in the next video with what sells this weekend. It was a great week.